It is currently 3:20 in the morning on the 8th of May, and I just made $3,600 across all five of my accounts. And I'll get into a recap uh, shortly, but this is a note for my future self and the start to my social media growth. Yeah, and I hope this serves as motivation for anyone that's watching now, and I'll get more into it after um, post a trading recap. Alright, this is the trade I took today on the 7th of May. Took a 1 to 5 to 6 ish trade. This is the proof of entry across all five of my accounts, 700 in all of those. Yeah, let's get into the good stuff. Alright, so when before market opened, I had a pretty bullish bias because we London highs generated a new all-time highs, and then we just generated liquidity for the rest of London session and pre-market, and I was pretty confident in all-time highs getting taken, which is London highs as well. And we also in a market maker buy model, the 15-minute, 5-minute time frame. But when market opened, you see here, drop down to the 1 minute. NQ was bullish, and it wasn't a lot of volume, but we were bullish. And looking at ES, we just dumped from market open, and I wasn't a fan of that, so I wanted both to be aligned, and ideally I wanted London lows to be taken, which was taken by ES, which left the SMT down below, and I was confident in my draw. So there was this 5-minute rejection block. I didn't take my whole trade off this just because it acted like a soft second confluence, but I took my trade based off the fib retracement. Supposed to be 0.62, but I got filled a little bit earlier because I couldn't do a limit order fast enough, so I had to market order it, and I got filled in there instead, but it was alright. And I had my stops on MNQ micros. I had it a little bit below the lows because they act differently, and I've been stopped out too many times for this because of that reason. But yeah, our stops still got edged by like 1 point, but we ended up delivering with nice volume, and yep, that's how we hit 730 across all five accounts. That was a little cheeky 700 on all five accounts, which is nice. I want to get into a little bit of my scaling plan and my goals for this year, and also a little bit of my progress over the last 7 months of my journey. I started trading ICT concepts, or just trading in general, around 7 months ago now, in October, September times. I've been documenting it on my TikTok and Instagram, same handle and name as my YouTube channel. But besides that, I wanted to talk about my scaling plan. I wanted to expand my accounts into 5 figures payouts. So over the last 7 months, I've gotten a couple payouts. They weren't huge, but it showed that it's possible, and it's easily achievable with the amount of work you put in. And yeah, so for this year, end of the year, I wanted to scale up my accounts. When I first started, I was playing with 1 to 2 funded accounts, and after I got my first couple of payouts, I'm now scaled up to 5, I have 4 evals currently and 1 funded, which is why I just shown. Yeah, and on the funded, I am close to taking another payout on that, and the evals are close to being passed, which is one step closer to my goals. And again, just showing how easily achievable this is if you actually stick to it. Besides my trading goals, I've also wanted to be disciplined outside of the judge, which is needed in trading, especially because your character outside of the charts builds your character inside. And with me currently, I don't. Uh, I have not much. I don't do much hobbies outside of trading, if I'm being honest, and it's affected it a little bit emotionally, and to show the patience and dedication that it takes to scale in my trading, but also in my life. And that's really the goal with all of this. It's um, building your life outside of what people think is the normal, and it's all worth building the life that you want to live. Don't live up to other people's expectations and how they view the world, because if everybody followed that path, then everyone would just be an average Joe, and I don't want to be that. I never saw myself being that average person, and trading opened up my eyes and changed how I perceive the world in a way. And also, it ruins your perceptions of other things. As I said, trading's has changed my perception on things, but in a positive way. And um, I'll be grateful for that. And not a lot of people can think that way. And thinking this way has made me realize how grateful I am to have these big goals that are viewed as unrealistic dreams, and uh, I want to prove that it's all doable. And just because majority of people say and think it's a scam, or it's viewed as all luck, gambling, or whatever people say, I want to prove every single person wrong and show that it's an actual path, and you can achieve any goal that you want if you just put your head into it and work as hard as you can. And the goals that I have for this year, leading up to this, I wanted to get consistent payouts, and also scale uh, my funded accounts, which is kind of the same as the payouts. But besides trading goals, I also wanted to work on being more consistent in the gym again, because I have been in the stage of slacking off, and it's been ages since I've been properly consistent in the gym. And another one of my goals for the year, I'm currently at 750 followers, around there, and my goal for the end of the year is to get 5,000 followers on my social media, whether that be TikTok or Instagram or both, and really grow that social media space. This is the first step in growing my social media, stepping out of my comfort zone and really getting in there, talking face to face with you guys with the camera. It's different than just posting TikToks and Insta. It feels it feels like a big step. As small as it like looks, it definitely feels like a big step, and it is, because the first step is always the biggest step. And now it's just a matter of consistency and the work that I put in afterwards. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap the video up here, and this video just serves really as a benchmark and um, to show what I need to improve on, because obviously there is a lot, and not everyone is perfect in their first go, or perfect in general. So just gonna take this as the first stepping stone and take it as a win, and that's pretty much it from me.